Hey beautiful people, Ryan Hamer here. Hope you guys are doing well. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. In this video, today we are going to be answering the question, how long should I wait to apply for something after something comes off of my credit report? Now, we could be talking about something that's dropped off of your credit report, or we could be talking about something that was removed from your credit bureau report. So it doesn't really matter how it happens. It could be bankruptcy, it could be consumer proposal. It's when you cease to see the particular item on your credit bureau report. When do you start applying for credit? Great question. I'm glad you asked. You always want to put your best foot forward. So you're not going to do it until it's gone. Until you see it on both credit bureau reports that the item is no longer there. You can do one of two things. You can apply for a secured credit card with a Capital One or your bank or a credit union or what have you, or you can do it. You can just apply for a regular credit card, because the thing is, they're not going to see what was there before. It's dropped off as if it was never there. So applying for a new credit card is your best option to start establishing credit. Or you can go to your bank and tell them, hey, I recently had some challenges. I no longer have those challenges anymore. Pull up my credit report. What's my score? Once you have an idea of what your general score is, so for example, you have been with Equifax or TransUnion and you see that your score is a reasonable amount, like it's over 600, it's over 650, 700. When you're in the 700 range, you're pretty good. Then you can go to the bank and say, hey, let me try and apply for something. So again, it's a really simple answer to this question. You apply once you don't see the derogatory marks there anymore. So if you had stuff in collections, and that's gone. You had stuff that was negatively reporting, slow pays or what have you, and that's fixed itself out, works itself out, then you can apply. But you don't really want to apply for stuff unless your credit bureau report is showing that you have good payment history, or there's nothing derogatory in the derogatory section of your credit bureau report. I don't have to get into a big long song and dance as to why this is important. Some banks will hold it against you if they still see something in your collection section of your credit bureau report. The best thing you can do for yourself is to make sure that nothing is there. The best thing you can do is to make sure that you're paying any existing revolving accounts or installment accounts on time. By the payment date, for the due date, make sure that you are paying that stuff on time. Can't miss any payments. But I understand, stuff happens. So you might end up with one or two late payments or whatever. Where that comes into play, where it doesn't mean as much, it depends on how long you've had the card. It depends on your previous payment history. I mean, we all have stuff happens in life where you end up being late on a card, forget about the card, you're going through a marriage breakup, or stuff happens, health issues, so things get missed. The problem is, you got to recover from that, and you have to show enough space in between whenever you miss something to where you are now. And then once you show that, hey, you know what, I had problems in the past, I've made amends, I've been able to recoup. The one thing you can't do is remove time. Like, you can't buy time. I always say that you can't really buy time. I mean, the only thing you can do when you buy time is, like, so for example, you have a debt and you pay it off and it gets removed from your credit bureau report. That's one thing, right? Because you're actually paying for that to happen, and you're saving yourself 6 or 7 years for it to drop off or what have you. Okay? So getting yourself a secured credit card, or you're putting up collateral, which is money for an overdraft, or well, not necessarily an overdraft, because an overdraft is not going to report, but for a line of credit. When the financial institution says, okay, yeah, we'll take X amount of dollars and we'll hold it for you, and we will allow you to use it, and then you pay it off, use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off. Once you do that, you're good to go. And you're showing the bank that you're establishing credit history and you're making positive payments and things of the sort. So once you're able to do that, things will definitely go up with regards to your score, and your payment you are creating a relationship with your bank. All right, hopefully that answers that question. Any other questions, please feel free to like, share, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.